Hey guys, Ranger here, and welcome back to another video. And no, the title is not a clickbait title. If you know me, you should know me well enough by now to know I do not do clickbait titles on my channel. I actually had the pleasure of, actually had the pleasure of being able to have dinner with Miss Ruth Graham, the daughter of Billy Graham, last night. And how did this come into being? I'm still surprised myself. Okay, the church that I go to, Ruth Graham is actually going to be visiting tonight, Wednesday night, and tomorrow, Thursday night. She's actually going to be visiting the church to speak both nights. Tonight is the women's night, and tomorrow night is for everybody. And so, she's going to be... I hear a cat. She is going to be at the church, and this past Sunday, whenever they did the announcements, one of the deacons made a mention that one of the other deacons, who was in charge of setting things up, chairs, signs, and things like that around the church, needed volunteers, and so I volunteered to help out. I didn't know how many people were going to be assisting, so I volunteered to help out and do what I could. And so I went to the church yesterday about 5 o'clock, and we set up some signs. We got some cones, some caution cones, things like that. I've got a vest in my truck, a orange caution vest in my truck, because I'm also going to be directing traffic. I will be stationed across the road from the church directing buses and showing them where to park. So I am, besides helping do a little bit of decorating at the church, or setting some things up at the church, I also will be directing traffic. And so I've also got a walkie-talkie, and I got a flashlight, and I've got the vest ready to go. But I did not volunteer because I thought I would be able to hobnob with Miss Ruth Graham. That is not why that I did it. That was not my intention whatsoever. I did it because I wanted to help out, because I wanted to volunteer. And whenever we got done, whenever everything was finished last night, it was about 7 p.m. and everybody was getting ready to go, and I got my keys out, and I was walking to my truck, and my mom asked me, was I going to a little restaurant to have dinner with Ruth Graham? And I said, what? And she said that apparently they had asked that apparently some of the people from the church, not everybody, like the only people that were allowed to go to the restaurant and have dinner with her were people that were helping out around the church, volunteers. And because I had volunteered, I was able to go. I had the opportunity to be able to go. And so, honestly, at first, I thought, like, I did not dress, honestly. I feel terrible because I didn't dress completely appropriately. I had a pair of khaki shorts on and a basic striped shirt, because I had no idea that I was actually going to be able to see Miss Graham. I thought I was going to go to church, help set things up, and that was it. And I didn't want to put on any really good church clothes because I didn't want to get anything dirty. So I honestly had no intentions, and so I thought, I'm not going to fit in. I'm not going to fit in. So I said, nah, I'll probably just go ahead and go on home. But my mother looked at me and said, do you really want to pass up this opportunity? And I thought for like a second and said, okay, I'll go. And then I looked down and I said, but I'm not dressed right. And as it turns out, nobody else was either, because nobody else knew either that we were going to be able to go and have dinner with Miss Graham. So everybody wearing the clothing that they had on, that they were working around the church in, we all got in the vehicles and we went to the restaurant and got the food, and we were allowed, this restaurant has a back room with doors for like a small get-together, small events, affairs, things like that. And that was where Miss Graham was actually having dinner. And so they allowed us all in because we were all doing something. We were all involved with the church. We were all, and let's see, I'm trying to think. There were 18 people that went from the church. There were 18 people that went from the church to go there and There were 18 people that went from the church to the restaurant, myself included, and my mother included, a cousin included, and every single one of us. And a few of us, there are a few things that we do at the church. As you know, I run the monitors, but I thought, I don't do anything important. I don't do anything big. How am I able to do this? And so we walked in, and the pastor of the church, the pastor sat at the table with Miss Graham and her best friend, and so we all had dinner. And then one of the other guys stood up and asked if any of us had any questions for her. And a few people asked questions, and we just kind of talked for probably about 15 minutes, I guess. So then one of the other people there said we should probably let them go and get some rest because we have a busy day tomorrow. And so everybody just started leaving. But I have to say, Miss Graham is a delightful person. She sweet, warm, friendly. She's just such a joy. She is a sheer delight to be around. She's just such an incredible person, and it was such a blessing and an honor to be able to be there, to be able to meet her in person, to be able to talk to her. And she is such a wonderful, warm person. You can't not smile whenever you're around her. She's just such a joy. She is a pure delight to be around, and it was just such a pleasure to be able to be there. And no, I did not get any pictures. I did not get any video. But then again, I have too much respect for people like that. I'm not the kind of person that the first thing that comes to mind is can I whip out a video and get a selfie with them? That's not the kind of person that I am. I respect people's privacy, and so I don't want to bother them. And so I didn't get any videos or pictures. But like I said, I will be directing bus traffic this evening. I will have my phone with me, so I will hopefully be able to do some videos, maybe a video or two, short video on that. I won't be able to record the entire time because I'll be directing, but in between buses I might hopefully be able to get a video. But the men are not allowed inside the sanctuary of the church tonight because it's women's only. And so the men will, once we finish directing traffic, the men will be going up into the upstairs of the church, and we'll be probably just sitting around waiting until everything is over with, probably help direct traffic back out of the church after that. Tomorrow night, though, is going to be everybody. That's whenever the big event is going to be. But again, yeah, it really was a wonderful experience being able to be there last night, and it was a sheer delight. And like I said, Miss Graham, she's such a delightful person. She's a wonderful person, and it was such a pleasure to be able to be there. And so I wanted to I wanted to share that with you guys, and also kind of document it. So I'd always have that myself as well. But again, yeah, that actually happened last night. And I'll maybe do a follow-up video this later, maybe tonight or in the morning about tonight. So, but again, I want to make the video to document this so I never forget it, and also so I can share that with you guys. And but again, thank you guys again for joining me. Hopefully, I will see you guys in the next video that I do. Take care. Well, guys, this is my getup. I'm geared up and ready to go for this whole affair. Geared up and ready to go for this whole thing. So yeah, working security for this. Well, not security, I'm directing traffic. Some of it, I'm directing the buses so far. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.